Hello everyone and welcome back to our glorious city Anno 1800 Crown Falls, looking really good at the moment as it is, well, it is evening time actually, as we are continuing here with building our town hall monument in the city center, enjoying the nice views of the day. We might actually also just jump into nighttime there for those of you who really do like nighttime. I do like it as well, but there isn't much to see yet during nighttime. People sleep, right? We do have these amazing spotlights that work fantastically over there on our big bank. Oh boy, there's going to be so many huge buildings where spotlights are going to make some sense. Here, well, a lot of first kisses are being exchanged in our park, in the central park of Crown Falls, as we're also having our arts festival at the moment. Now, we can't enjoy the views of this city all the time. I need to work something. First of all, we still have those red pepper farms. I forgot them, right? We wanted to destroy them at some point and there was a fire or something. Let's get rid of them. We no longer need red pepper. We can use the farmer workforce for something else. We get the money back as well. Let's get rid of these police stations there, as well as the same with our warehouses. Another thing is the Passage Expedition wants the next quest, the Baffling Island. Sir cries the lookout, dark shapes on the ridge. Your men tremble at the idea of disturbing the graves. So we found some graves of Joseph Brain. Dig up the graves no matter the crew's fears. Search around the graves instead. Of course, we're not going to dig up the graves there. I'm not an animal. The man discovered the remains of a camp which the lost expedition wintered. They built a cairn, a small stack of stones under which a tin cylinder containing a tightly rolled letter is found. They left a note of their progress. Circle the island along the west coast or the east coast. And since we already took the west passage, let's continue going with the west coast. The ship is now headed for the west of Carrier Islands, and we'll just see what is awaiting us over there then as well. Now, meanwhile, we continue with building our city. We can continue with a few more upgrades. We have really a lot of farmers at the moment available, and we certainly don't need all of them anymore, since farm stuff is really something that we just import with our docklands. We do have also lots of workers that we can then upgrade in this process. Let's just have those farmers there. What is going on with you? Why don't you want to upgrade? You lack the marketplace that is over here, and there's probably, well, we could probably solve this with a paved road. So let's just try this one out. And by the way, it's looking a bit naked here, isn't it? We might continue with putting us some more ornaments into this area. So for example, our normal temperate grove for these blocks there. That it also does look a bit chaotic there. Why not? Absolutely. We have the white cherries that I like a lot. By the way, there is, I think, was this another entrance? This wasn't another entrance. So we can actually just push this one now with some cherry trees there. Beautiful. As this whole bunch is finished. There's not going to be a train here, right? Originally, I think I wanted to have a train in this area. Not anymore though. So off you go. And instead, we can just have then those roads here. As the train is also passing by once more. We still have so much work ahead of us with the paving though, right? This is crazy. Let's have some... we only have the white cherry at the moment available that I can still add then to some places of the city. Now, windows, we are at 103. That means I can still upgrade a few more artisans to engineers. So we might go ahead and do this for a couple more buildings that are rather here in the center. I guess those guys here want some upgrades as well. Those here don't want it for some strange reasons. Level up, perfect, level 54. With that, we also get another wing limit for the palace, so we can build more wings if we want that. There's the school actually missing, as I can see. And the construction has stopped. What's going on? We miss cement. Alright, we're building cement though, so it should be fine. And once again, this expedition is coming along well. I hope so. And navigation is going to be tricky in these waters. Navigate carefully, get a better view of the channel, or send scouts ahead. Find a path myself, send up the scouts. I think I cook. We're sending the cook or the butcher up there together with the tiger. Let's do this. I think they're coming along very well. The men are used to hard climbs like these, and sensing something Lady Faithful suddenly emerges from below the deck. We are actually already entering King William Sound. We found what we were looking for.
We shouldn't expect to find them right away. This is a vast wilderness. It's been 2 years. The Admiralty say they've tried everything. But then they haven't lost a husband. Nor did it occur to them to search King William Sound. There! A camp! Abandoned. But we imagined as much, didn't we? And my John picked a fine spot. Perhaps they left some sign as to where they went.
Alrighty, and we are in the far north now. As we know this story already, we are finding, or we're looking for a husband. Of course, we're going to find him at the end, just for a little spoiler there. But of course, that is not the whole story. There is some in between. So if you're interested in the full story, just have a look at my Anno 1800 Ultimate playthrough, where we're also following these storylines. I'm not going to follow the storyline a fourth time though, because that is my fourth playthrough in the Arctic. So this time, no chance here. We rather want to build something. We want to focus on building something up. That is something I haven't really done yet, right? So I was always a bit concerned there with just getting along with the storylines. And yeah, we are also getting the remainings of the camp here that was in this area. Let's clean it up. Is that the only one? No, they're right next to each other there. This is another one. And up here there is another camp that we can clear up. Off it goes. Make room for something new on King William Island, which is a nice little spot here for building something.
Heaped by Highland hand. It's well worth our time.
And while she is babbling along for the next quest that we have in the Arctic, I think we have some ships ready. There they are. Yes, we could actually get Electra up there. It's looking like a sound ship for such an endeavor, going up in the high north. It has lots of space. By the way, it cost me 1,700 on the balance. Really expensive, by the way. While the ship is on its way to the harbor, let's purchase the next share of Bente. I haven't forgotten about her, right? She was really annoying here with my oil harbor, and I can't forget that. By the way, we produce way too much oil here. It might be possible to actually get this oil to Crown Falls as well, where we think we are pretty full there on oil too. But let's go ahead and actually build us an oil tanker, another one, just in case. I mean, it's not really about the influence now, is it? Now we got everything on Electra that we need, so lots of timber, lots of bricks and steel beams. The timber we can produce ourselves some weapons for self-defense as well. And let's go to the Arctic, King William Island. We're probably not going to stay on King William Island. I think there's some bigger islands in the Arctic, so let's just go back real quick. We have the Royal Galleon here that we can care for, so let's unload everything that we have and start scouting ahead a bit. Old Nate is also helping us here, so he would like us to build a canteen and an explorer shelter. Before we do anything really, let's just have a look around in the Arctic. So once again, the islands are rather random, I think, and we might be finding us some good other settlement, right? So King William Island might actually be our main capital here. I'm not entirely sure though, because I think this island is not so big. And then again, the AI is probably here already. There's an unsettled island though.
Let the sails
This is not looking so bad. What do we have here? Some forest whale abundance, caribou abundance, some fur. 1 gold deposit. So gold, by the way, is really, really valuable here in the Arctic. Or plentiful, I should say, not valuable. Plentiful, right? So these, you can make some deep gold mines here to produce a lot of gold. This is not looking so bad. Not looking so bad for a big city. While my ship continues to scout some islands, my Town Hall Monument has finished phase 2. There you go. It's actually looking in the right direction. How very nice. Oh, we're going to have some spotlights on this tower. And let's just see what phase 3 wants of us. 150 light bulbs. So good. Caoutchouc, quite a lot as well. And filaments. Filament we produce ourselves together with the light bulbs. Caoutchouc is a different cup of tea. I think we're getting the caoutchouc traders though in quite frequently, so it should be fine, but it's definitely going to deplete our storage there quite a bit, I think. We have a +1 at the moment for the light bulbs. Glasses is also equal only. I'm not too happy with how our light bulbs production is going, by the way. Let's boost this by 50%. That should be fine. I thought those factories would be enough. They're not, in fact. We do need more light bulbs than I thought originally. So with the 50% boost, we're at +3 light bulbs per minute right now. It should be fine. It's definitely not going to be fine for a big city, though. So I need to plan ahead there a bit. For my glassmakers, we could do this. Yeah, let's not do this. Bad practice. Let's go ahead and actually get us a few more glassmakers then on the way here. There and here we do have a bit of space again for another one. That's 2 more. And then another one here.
I'll do.
We do lose a bit of efficiency on the lumberjack hut, but it's still fine. Let's upgrade this warehouse there. Actually, by the way, now that I think about it, aren't we getting the logs from the docklands? Because then, of course, we don't need the lumberjack huts anymore. We are. Since the last episode, we have the logs on the docklands. So actually, theoretically, I don't need these lumberjack huts here. I'm still going to keep them though a bit. Right, in the Arctic, we're finding some new stuff. A plateau. An icy plateau. That is not looking so bad. We got some gas deposits here. Quite a lot of them too. This might be a very good plateau village there, or plateau base. Of course, we can't even get up there at the moment. So this is a tech that we need to research first. It's tricky. It's tricky. Another plateau is coming up. Those are of course unsettled at the moment because no one really has the tag for these. Very bad really, since it's a long stretch there from one side to the other, but it still has its gas deposits, but not much building space for a base. I think over there, that's another plateau that we have. There's another island that I will have to look at. I think my favorite one is this for now, for a big Arctic base that we can have together with our airship monument, or King William Island. Now my, well, Electra, my collier, is taking a long time on the highest speed to get up there to the Arctic, as we can see. So yeah, before that happens, we can't do anything there anyway. So let's have a look at the New World and have a look at our, oh, there were some ruins, I think, and have a look at our city that we have in the New World. Ooh, this is not looking good. We had some major fire here, I guess, so just be cautious. Let's actually build some fire stations here. I think for farming, I didn't really count any fire stations in now. Here we can also add, let's add 2 to be safe. Better safe than sorry. Right, and then we have a look at our Tristão city that we have neglected a bit over the last couple of episodes, and I would like to continue with this beautiful city there as well. Now, as we said, we have the sugarcane up there at the moment. I might be looking for a new island here actually, where I could have my sugarcane plantations. And since we have enough bricks, I would like to go ahead now and pave the roads of this city here as well. So once again, a bit of paving that needs to be done, and also some more green stuff. So a lot of trees are missing in the city that I can add. By the way, we could also add, thanks to a mod, the docklands here if we want to. We could also go ahead and have the tourists, so some tropical hotels and stuff like that. But that is actually something for later, because I need some building resources. And with later, I mean actually let's focus on that as well a bit. I think we should have there's a cargo ship ready, so we can get some materials over. It's the Lord and Lady cargo ship, and let's get this one over to Tristão, our capital city there. By the way, we are really full with the steel beams. Out of 1,800, we're at 1,700 now. I could go ahead and just build us some more storages that we might need for now, at least until I focus on my docklands again. Let's go back to Tristão. The building materials are coming in for everything that we've planned here, and I can actually continue with getting us some more ornaments. So the tropical forest, for example, that we have here in the center, that adds a bit. By the way, do we have the cherry trees? Oh, we do have the cherry trees. How do they look? I think they might be fine, though, cherry trees. in this area doesn't make that much sense to me. So we better just stick with the normal ornaments that we already have, right? That still make the city greener. There you go, looking much better already. As also more palm trees are coming into the city.
The strike has ended.
And some really beautiful buildings. I love the New World buildings that we see here as well. This one, and then some more ornaments here in the center. And as we can see with paved roads, it's also looking so much more civilized now and cleaner in these bustling towns of Anno 1800. Meanwhile, my collier is finally arriving after a very, very long journey in the Arctic. So let's just get over to one of my islands that I would like to have. This one here, where we're building something bigger up, right? So off you go. By the way, we're going to probably have 2 cities then in the Arctic. One of them is just a base, really for productions, and the other one is a big base then basically. This is looking really positive here. Enemy siege repelled. Juicy Island acquired. What? Juicy Island acquired. A hostile takeover success. Let's actually go with the -30 instead of this one here. The -50 right chance I gladly take, really, as that is perfectly valuable for everything that we are going to need here. And King William Island we are going to use most likely for production. So we're going to need quite a lot of production. And as we can see, we can go all the way up here. And we do also have 2 gold deposits on this island. Oh, it's looking cold. Finally, we also arrive at this new island. Let's just find us a suitable spot where we can have our warehouse then. This is looking fantastic. And there we are. Welcome to Cape Storm. What a beautiful name. I was actually going to rename it, but I think Cape Storm is just perfect for our big camp here in the Arctic. And here we can finally start building now something up. I would like to go ahead once again with my triple road that goes right through the center, then some double roads here at the harbor area. And we might also, wait a second here, I think this is fine, but over here we're going to make, no, actually over here then, yep, once the road ends there. Can we get over here? Unfortunately not, there is a cliff here. So here I will need to continue then into this area. And after all, we do need some tiny production still. So we're going to head here with a warehouse. Boy, it's been a long time since I've built something in the Arctic. We have the special tech here though, or the special problem, heating, right? So it's very cold up here. We do have also our first quest here, build a canteen and an explorer shelter. I think it doesn't matter on which island. We're just going to try it here, as this is going to be my main island. And let's have a big road then here, and we can continue, or we can now start building our blocks of shelters, righto. And what is very important for this one is that we do need heaters that require coal in return, and we can see how far they're heating. So this one is looking good. They don't have a huge range, unfortunately, right? So it's not really taking in that many people then. We can have some more houses then here as well. This is all still fine. A canteen for my people. Let's just see that we get this one here close as well. And then some more buildings. This should still be fine for the heating process. Yes, very good. They still all get their heating, except for this poor fella up there. I'm not going to build him then. Just like that, right? And this one. All right, they will need their own one. Let's just see. Yes, it's counting. So Cape Storm is now starting to become something. Mission exploration has started on Cape Storm. Those poor people are now moving in here and will have to live here. Yeah, very important now. They don't have any heating though. So the coal will be the first major goal that we have here now. And let's go ahead Up there we have the warehouse. Since we have enough timber, actually it's not coal that we need to start out with. It's really a charcoal kiln. And this one can only power one heater. It's not very, very efficient. Let's start building it here. They, for some reasons, have their own heating anyway, so that should be fine. I will, however, probably need a trade route to Cape Storm for all the heating then that we need to do here. While this continues, we can though continue building us some more shelters. Then we build our heater over here and the canteen. And as we can see with the heater, we already get these pipes on the ground there transporting the hot water or yeah, whatever, getting that to the houses then. So once we have some coal, we should be golden. It's cold out there.
Please don't leave your crate.
And those poor fellows don't even have coal at the moment. They have some fires though that should keep them warm for just a few more minutes before the coal comes in. He's probably calling for help. And we're just safely going to ignore him as we enjoy that view.
Want to share. What's wrong with that?
Alright, and finally the first coal is in, and with a sled. Oh, how very romantic. We're getting it up here to that heater, and the heat is now being produced. And as we can see, those people are having now their heat, which is their basic demand. Basically, they want to have that, otherwise we face riots and fires and whatnot. And yeah, sleeping bags, schnapps would be the other ones, and then pemmican and oil lamp. While we're here, we could also start our first trade route, really. That is pretty important early on, and this one goes from Cape Trelawney, from Crown Falls, to the Arctic now, to Cape Storm. And this one is not doing nothing else than getting us coal 3 times, and 3 times schnapps. Because that is 2 things that we're going to need quite often, and one of my cargo ships will take care of that. Probably the Mother Goose or Axum. Let's go with Axum on this one. Off you go. It's the very first one. We, of course, will need some storage in here in Cape Storm for that, that we can then add once we have more people. Right, so at the moment, of course, we're all capped with only a few. So let's just go ahead and give us a bit more population there. As more people now move into Cape Storm, we also get the next demands here, the next quests that we need to do. And from here on, we continue then. Stay tuned.